I'm Sachit Kamat. I'm the Chief Product Officer at Eightfold.ai, and excited to be here with you. So I think your question is, what is Eightfold? And we're a company that is foundationally has invented this category of the talent intelligence platform, which is basically what we have done is combined all of the data that exists about people in internal systems like applicant tracking systems, human resource information systems, and combine that with the data that exists about people on the public web, and effectively created these incredibly deep profiles of people that allow a bunch of applications to be built on top of it. So most commonly we've been used for talent acquisition, right, which is the ability to find the right talent for any open position at a company using the power of the AI that we have invented. In addition, we've also created talent management on top of this platform, which is all about internal mobility as well as making people better at what they do on an everyday basis. In addition to that, we've also built a solution that puts the right contractors with the right opportunities with our Talent Flex solution. And then lastly, we have also built a solution called the Workforce Exchange, which is all about making sure we connect job seekers with the opportunities that exist for them in specific regions, right? An example of this would be for New York State, which is a client of ours, which is all about putting people that are looking for work within the state with the right opportunities that exist for them within New York, as examples. So the simplest way to think about us is that we're trying to put the right candidate in front of the right recruiter at the right time from the perspective of the company. And then from the candidate's perspective, we're putting the right job in front of the right candidate at the right time. And a lot of this is based on the matching technology and the AI that we have built homegrown at Eightfold, which was invented by ex-Google and ex-Facebook scientists that founded the company. Foundationally, like AI is all about creating algorithms that use data to make better decisions, right? And so when you think about it, a job seeker that traditionally looked for jobs 10 years ago, they would basically use keywords to search for jobs. And that required the job seeker to actually know quite a bit about what is out there for them, right? Using the right keyword to find the right opportunities. And what you would typically see is a situation where you would actually miss out on a lot of opportunity out there for you. The way that AI works is that it uses the data, right, based on who you are and the types of roles that other people like you have found in the past to actually predict what may be out there for you as an individual and effectively suggest all of the right roles for you so that you don't have to do the thinking, right, in terms of what are the right keywords that you should be searching with. And then if you put yourself in the shoes of the recruiter, it solves the exact same problem, but from the reverse side, right? Which is, if a recruiter, in the past, recruiters would be trained on how to figure out the right keywords for the right opportunity, right? To find the right candidates. They don't have to do that anymore. They simply look up a list, and instead of, the millions of candidates that may be out there for any particular role, it narrows it down to the top 50 or 100 candidates that they should be talking to right now to fill an open role. And this obviously reduces the amount of time that it takes for a human being to actually go through that list and find the right candidates to actually convert down the funnel. And that's the fundamental technology that we've created. So obviously this is a very quickly evolving field. There's a lot of compliance coming in with a lot of regulation changes that are happening. Fundamentally, as a company that has focused on this space for a number of years and is furthest along relative to everybody else, we have actually taken a lot of controls and a lot of steps to actually test our algorithms in terms of protected classes, protected categories, understanding what are the implications of the algorithm, comparing it to what are the outcomes that it is driving for various protected classes, and ensuring that the algorithms do not introduce any new bias into the system. And so we constantly test the types of factors that the algorithm is taking to make these decisions and effectively evaluate that in terms of the actual inferences that the algorithms are making. And if anytime we see a change to the algorithm that is resulting in an increase in bias, that algorithm never ends up making it to production, right? And in the hands of our customers. It gets stopped right there at the development process. So we have a number of controls that we have put in place before something actually makes it live towards in the hands of our customers. Yeah, so we have some of the largest companies on the planet that are using our platform, right from the largest financial services companies like Morgan Stanley to effectively companies that are in more traditional economies here in Europe. We have a huge European presence, right? Many of our customers are here. Coca-Cola European Partners is an example of that. Vodafone is an example of that. Ericsson is another example. And we continue to acquire customers, both up and down the stack in terms of company size. So we have a huge presence, obviously, in many different geographies. Europe tends to be our location that we are well represented, but obviously as our roots as an American company, we have huge penetration in various industries in the US as well. We are investing in a lot of different areas, obviously, as we continue to expand the reach of our solution and the applications of our AI in many different locations, right, in many different parts of the HR stack. And again, fundamentally, what we are looking to do is, given all the changes that are happening right now in the economy, with recruiting functions being cut down, there's a huge focus on making sure that recruiters can be much more efficient at the way that they source talent, the way that they manage talent, and the way that they effectively translate that into hires within the company. So a huge focus is on the automation and the other capabilities that we provide so that recruiters can be much more efficient. On the talent management side, our focus really has been about going from an internal mobility use case towards one which is about how do we make the individual much more successful within the current role that they occupy. So really about upskilling and making sure that they have the right skills to be successful in their current roles. And so a huge focus of our roadmap is really on that side of the house. But in addition to that, we're also about making sure that the company has the right data so that they can make the right investments, right? Whether it is hiring talent from the outside or growing the talent from the inside, that they have the right data so they can make decisions on whether it's talent acquisition or growing people from the inside. All of those factors are available to them, in addition to also being flexible in terms of the hiring that they're doing, in terms of our flex solution. All of these are levers that are available to businesses, and we're going to deepen our solution in all of these areas. This industry has been very driven by people, right? And using AI in concert with people that are making decisions based on the data, right, basically it's a transformation that is happening within the industry. And I'd say that we are the furthest along in this industry about making humans much more effective at what they do using the power of the data and the power of the AI. But it is an iterative process, right? Because historically the trust on technologies like this in this industry has been low. And so making that transformation happen obviously comes with a lot of change management, a lot of transformation work, which is what we've been undertaking with many of our customers.